Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Haskell Internship Experience podcast. Join us today as we highlight our internship program and the unique influences it has on our various students. I am your host and University Relations Representative, Allie Hale, and today I am joined by three very special guests, Ashley, Brady, and Onder. How are you, gentlemen?
Amazing, yeah.
Great.
Doing pretty well.
Well, thank you so much for being here. We appreciate it. And as I hinted, you guys are three special guests. So you guys were also in our high school internship program and now have transitioned into our collegiate program. So why don't we start off a little bit about how you guys carved out your pathway, maybe how you started with the high school intern program and how you've gotten into our collegiate. And Ashley, we can start with you if that's okay.
Well, how I got into the Haskell internship program in high school was through the Annie Ruth Foundation, which is a program that you apply for it, you get in, and it'll give you about 40 hours of classroom-led instruction that will develop you in the career aspect of different industries. And so that's how I got in, and once I became an Annie Ruth recipient, I joined the program and was here at Haskell.
Awesome. Okay. Brady, Ander.
So I came from the Nice Engineering Academy, and they did an internship program just through all the academies at Nice. It was like an interview process, so I met with Jacob Thurlow. He was great through that process. And there's a variety of firms you could kind of choose from, and I ended up with Haskell because at this point I didn't really know what I wanted to do with my future, and Haskell just has so many interdisciplinary options. And so it really led me to like form my career path to architecture and at the high school stage, just kind of be able to figure out what I wanted to do and explore all these different disciplines.
Yeah, awesome. What about you, Ander?
So I had heard through a family friend who was a college intern at the time about the existence of the high school program at Haskell. And I mean, at the time I wanted to go and become a civil engineer. So I heard like drivable distance civil engineering program for high school. In like there's a person to reach out to, like I'd sign me up. I mean, I'm gonna go and reach out to them. So I got introduced to it that way and decided to pursue it and loved it.
So as you guys know, team is one of the first of Haskell's core values. I'm interested to hear a little bit about your teams, maybe where you guys are going to school, what degree you're attaining, and maybe what team you're serving on here at Haskell. Ashley, you wanna kick us off?
I currently attend Florida Agricultural Mechanical University in Tallahassee, pursuing a degree in architecture and military science minor. Some teams that I'm on here at Haskell, I work with Matt Dahlberg, he is my sponsor, and they're under Chris Flagg.
Yeah, okay. Brady, Ander, what about you guys?
So I'm at UF right now. I just finished my freshman year and absolutely loved it, pursuing architecture. And right now I'm with the VDC team.
Awesome. Ander, what about you?
So I just finished up my freshman year at MIT, majoring in mechanical engineering. Here at Haskell, I'm on the consumer products group. Absolutely awesome team so far, loved it.
Awesome. So we clearly have a very diverse group here. So I'm interested in hearing a little bit more about some of the projects that you guys are working on. Maybe if you have a favorite story for some of those, maybe thus far. Open the floor.
Yeah, sure, I can start. I've been working primarily with plumbing and HVAC for food processing facilities. And the one that really sticks out to me, and it kind of ties into something that I had heard earlier, is so I had spent the time going and doing temperature and pressure diagrams for the floor plan for one of the facilities that I was working on. And I was just about done, and I opened it up the next day and the whole floor plan had changed. And I was like, oh man, like I really got to go and restart it. But it was a good lesson, and like, you know, it's a very dynamic environment, and it's good to go and to learn how to acclimate to a lot of the change that happens throughout that process.
So I'm currently working on the Vista project with the team. They had an amazing design, first of all, but they had to change the entire look of the building because they came back over budget for what they made. And not too sure where the mix-up happened, but looking at where they were at and then how they had to take maybe leaps backwards to give the client what they needed and what they wanted, it was a very interesting experience.
Yeah, definitely. And Brady, I saw you making some faces. I feel like maybe you could probably relate to that.
I think my favorite project that I've worked on is, it was maybe my second week. And it was, there was a construction bid actually at the Baptist Hospital right across from the water. Our job was to kind of model out the phases of construction and how that would look for this presentation. And so, you know, first week intern me is like, oh, okay, like I'm doing work that's going to be like in the presentation and I'm just getting thrown into it, and which is absolutely amazing, and it was such a great opportunity to grow. But it really hit me just how cool it was when I'm driving to work and I look to my left, I was like, I was looking at that like digitally and modeling that out in detail, and it's right there. And that was just, oh, it's so cool, that integration between the real world and the digital and how close they are now.
Yeah, awesome. Real world experience, right?
Yeah.
So obviously you guys have kind of had the benefit of viewing Haskell both through the lens of somebody that was in high school and now as a college student. Have you noticed any kind of similarities between the two programs, or maybe even some differences?
Yeah, I think for me, I have a bit of a different experience because I was in that like explorative stage my high school year. So it really feels great to kind of have like a happy home in VDC and to really streamline those projects. Just the sheer scale, it's just mind blowing. I mean, I think high school me would have just been like, not being able to process this. It's like the amount of detail, and it's mind blowing and just fascinating and so fun to work with though.
Well, for me, so in the span of going from the high school internship to the college internship, I switched from looking to pursue a civil engineering degree to going and doing a mechanical engineering degree. So there are some differences in that respect, where I just going in a different path. There are some different things, but the sheer scale of things is just, it's two different ballparks. It's two completely different ballparks from high school to college. And it's interesting though, because it's like, it feels like you're there, like you are actually doing the kind of things that you know that you would end up doing if this was like the kind of thing that transitioned into an actual job at Haskell. And so it's a very interesting feeling to go and see like, wow, like this is it. This is kind of this is what I'm pursuing.
And now what about you two? Was there a significant moment in kind of, those stages of life that you were like, I want to do architecture, I want to do, civil or mechanical? Tell me a little bit about that.
I think it was just talking with the Haskell employees, which is something, I mean, like I still continue to do, where it's just, everyone's just so open and eager and excited to talk about their profession. And it just makes for such a nice and welcoming environment where like, I want to be that person too then. I want to be that excited about my job to where it's not even a job, it's like a hobby, it's fun. And I'm looking forward to coming into work every day, being able to be creative and do what I love.
And so you guys have been with us for probably a little over, I guess, 2 months now. So tell us a little bit about, some of your favorite aspects of the internship program so far.
Well, for one, the open door policy, being able to go in somebody's office, knock on the door, how you doing, are you busy, do you have a minute, seeing what you're up to, setting up a meeting with them or talking to them right there on the spot. And people are more than happy to do that. That, as well as the team that I have, they're very helpful. They're giving me projects to do, so they're instilling that trust in me and showing that core value of Haskell.
Not to go and plagiarize too much from them, but I mean, it is definitely like one of the best things that I've noticed so far, where, I mean, going and being able to go and talk to members of your team, members outside your team, and go and gain that knowledge, that experience that people are very, very willing to go and to talk with you about all different facets. It might not even be something that you're directly related with, but they're still happy to share. And that's been an invaluable aspect of my experience so far.
So as I'm sure you guys are probably familiar with, Haskell is committed to providing our team members with the best job of your life. So tell me a little bit about maybe why this has been the best internship of your life thus far. And Andrew, if you want to kick us off.
Yeah, sure. I mean, when you're at school, I mean, there's a lot of emphasis on more of the mathematical focus of things because, it is very necessary in a mechanical engineering degree to make sure that you know all of that. But a lot of the times, the end goal of everything it's not necessarily lucid. It's not discussed at every point along the way. So to go and come here and see what the end goal is, get an idea of where I'm heading, what to aim for, and then going and having a team around me that is extremely dedicated to going and making sure that I get to those next steps it's life-changing, frankly.
It's like big picture, right?
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was life-changing for me in the sense of just understanding what an office environment was like. And in high school, I would be working with these CAD programs, and I would love it like that. It didn't even feel like a job to me. And I'd walk around the office, and it's like, oh, there's dual monitors there. This is what they have open. I'm like, oh my gosh, like that. This is what I want to do. Kind of what you were talking about. Maybe not for me mathematically, but more on the artistic side. It's so great to learn the practical applications of your skills and how an office environment works, especially as one as cohesive and open as Haskell is.
Yeah, and I think that's a common theme that we kind of hear from a majority of our interns too, is there's only so much you can learn, from a book and from school, and to be able to kind of experience that and apply it in a real life setting. I'm interested to hear, maybe what advice you all have been given to make the most out of your internship so far.
Yeah, I think I've just been told to just enjoy the opportunity and make the most out of it. I think Haskell has just some amazing resources to jump on, and it's take every advantage, say yes to everything. So that's why I'm here. I'm happy to be a part of it.
Ashley, what about you?
Meet people, get to know them, and see what they're about. Hear their story. Two quotes that I heard: always be sketching, never waste time. And then also, if you're a leader or a manager, your job is to keep tracks in front of the train. So you keep tracks in front of the train and you let it just go. Do what you gotta do.
I like that. Andrew, anything from you?
Mainly just keep reaching out, keep asking questions, and I mean, enjoy like the absolute wealth of knowledge that's in this building and reachable throughout the entire Haskell organization.
Well, and I guess kind of going back to that, maybe what would you tell a college student who's considering an internship with Haskell? Any advice?
You definitely realize and you'll definitely see what the design build field has to offer and what a design build firm looks like, what right looks like, and how cohesive and how much better it can be when the team is all right there in-house.
I think that's something you don't necessarily see at school either, where they kind of encourage more of like an individual like environment, but also just understanding like how it works.
So as we wrap up, I just want to say it has been so great having the three, high school internship graduates here with us.
What about me?
Samir,
Does this
what
work?
are you doing here?
Well, I heard you were having the returning high school people come on, so thought I would join too.
You know you get your own episode, right?
I mean, but I should be on this one too, I think.
I mean, I guess, why not?
Yeah.
Well, Samir, welcome. It's great to have you here. Samir was also in our high school internship program and is now returning for a third year with us in our collegiate program. So Samir, since we have you, maybe what advice would you give to these gentlemen about how to make the most of their internship?
I would say ask as many questions as possible, even if you feel like you're being annoying. It's just great to learn as much as you can and meet as many people outside of your team in your area, just so you have as many connections and you never know when you're going to work with someone in the future.
That's true.
So, yeah.
Awesome.
All right.
Well, thank
thanks.
you.
Yeah.
Well, folks, that concludes today's podcast with Ashley, Brady, Ander, and, well, Samir. And if you have any questions regarding our program, please feel free to reach out to Allie Hale, Deidre Braley, or Mike Husky. Thanks again.